It has been several days since Into the Emerald Dream dropped, so let's take a look at the meta. Let's take a look at some budget decks. I have 4 today, and let's just see how things are going. Hope you all are doing well. Let's look at the win rates, and I think everybody knows that Hunter is pretty busted right now. Demon Hunter is number 2. There's a crazy deck that Demon Hunter has right now that has the armor that you can get 400 bajillion armor, and you could do that multiple times. Then you have 21 28s on the board. I think this is a deck that's probably not going to stand around for too long. It's not that amazing of a deck. Everybody just wants to play it to see if it is busted. I don't think it's busted. The only problem I have right now with the meta, and everything looks good, is Paladin is at number 11 with 41.1%. Come on, give me something good on Paladin that's not like the hand buff that'll last me until, you know, Silver 1 or Silver 2, and then I'm toast. Paladin didn't get a really good package with the Librams. As much as I wanted it to be awesome, it's just not. And I don't know if Imbue is doing great right now. And again, it's less than a week. There's refinements to be made, but I'm holding out hope. Please don't do this to me, Team 5. Give me Paladin decks that I can play and that I can win with. Death Knight is number 4. Everybody thought, myself included, in the theory craft, that, wow, Death Knight was going to be crazy with the Leech Death Knight or whatnot. And it's okay, it's good, it's very good, but it's just not like broken or as oppressive as anybody was expecting. Like I said, myself included. Let's go over a little bit of the popularity here so we can just know what we're talking about. This is Into the Emerald Dream since it launched. So like 4 days or so. This is all regions. And this is essentially what you're seeing. There's Armor Demon Hunter is pretty big up there, but from what I'm hearing, it's not crazy. Leech Death Knight is pretty popular, but again, it's not crazy. Protoss Imbue Mage, I thought, okay, yeah, this is a strong deck. The deck was strong weeks ago when it was just Protoss Mage, and now it's got some extra flavor to it. It's fun. It's not for this channel right now because we're doing decks below 5,000 dust. This is like 10,000, 11,000. But there's a lot of, you know, variants here. There's Token Hunter, there's Imbue Hunter, Imbue Paladin. Again, I don't see it win rates being that high. Terran Warrior, there's a lot to choose from, and we still have some adjustments to be made. Going over the classes real quick. This is, like I said, when Into the Emerald Dream launched. Lots of options there for Death Knight. Demon Hunter only has that Armor Demon Hunter, and it's not that amazing. Broken, but not too broken to where you can't win. Druid, Imbue Druid, it's not ready yet. It says 45.3%. We're going to talk about Imbue Druid. Imbue Druid is fun. That's the greatest thing about it. It's a fun deck. I don't think it's oppressive. I think it's fun. There's also Protoss and Dungar. Don't play Dungar in this meta right now. Come on. Hunter has a lot of options there. Mage Mage is eating good because, like I said, there's the Imbue Mage and then the Protoss Imbue Mage and then there's a Protoss Mage. So no matter what you have dust-wise, if you have some of the older cards and you're playing Mage, you're doing well. You can see here, Paladin. Paladin is not that great. Ham buff here, and I don't think there's any new cards in there, like maybe 1, maybe 2 to test it out. Ham buff Paladin is the only thing right now. It's a shame, but maybe we'll get better. Priest, you know, there's a Protoss Priest and the Zarimi Priest again, but I don't think that one's ready yet. I think more refinements needed. The good news is Rogue is not oppressive as well. There's the Protoss Rogue. There's still adjustments. Shaman was crazy like the last 2 weeks of the expansion launch and the meta changing and the core cards being reversed or adjusted, excuse me. I don't see anything major here. Doesn't mean you can't win with Shaman. Remember, doesn't mean you can't win with any of these classes. All these classes are great. Play the class that you want to play. And then there's Warlock. There's this Location Warlock that I don't understand yet. I haven't seen it being played yet. There's a lot more work and research I have to do for this. And then Warrior. Warrior has a couple of options, and the couple of options are pretty cheap. let's get into what we're going to talk about today, okay? Remember, these are all decks below 5,000 dust, above 50% win rate. Will these decks last forever? No. For all we know, this is going to be completely different next week, but it's below 5,000 dust. This one is Menagerie Death Knight. 2,000 dust, 60.2% win rate, and it's essentially some of the cards you've seen, some of the cards you haven't seen. There's Creature of Madness. Dark Gift is super, super fun. Dreadhound Handler, regardless of it being adjusted, it's still really good. Infested Breath. What is the new ones here? I don't think, yeah, the ants, or you could spend 2 corpses, deal 4 damage. You need that right now in this one. Observer of Mysteries. I've seen this one popping up a lot more now with this expansion. So it casts 2 random secrets or what have you. And then there's Hideous Husk with the leeches. And that's about it. But this Menagerie Jug, give 3 random friendly minions of different minion types, +3/+3. And I'm assuming that's just to make whatever you have going off. I do not think this deck will be a long time standing thing. I think this is just temporarily, but you can win some games, get your 5 wins, start hitting that rank ladder, start getting, interested in, what some of the Death Knight's doing with the cards without spending a lot of dust. Next up, Token Hunter. Token Hunter is 2,240 dust with a 66.2% win rate, and I am not seeing anything crazy here. We've had Token Hunter recently. There's Amphibian Spirit is the new one. Give a minion +2/+2 in Death Rattle. Give a friendly minion +2/+2 in this Death Rattle. So that one's pretty good. There's a lot of eggs in here. There's also an Egg Hunter running around. Remote Control we know about. Terror Scale Stalker. Haven't seen that one in a while, right? Cryopractor. Yes. Give a minion +3/+3 and freeze it. Terrible Chef or what have you. Do I think this one's going to last? No. I don't think this one will last as well. But it's just something to test out with. Menagerie Jug is back. I'm going to see Menagerie Jug in a lot of decks. I'm assuming that. This one, I think, it's got a little bit of popularity since it came up, but it's just not, it's not there. It's not going to be staying around for long. There will be refinements with this one. Terran Warrior. There's finally a Warrior class deck that is below 10,000 dust. We haven't seen that in forever. This one's at 3,000 dust. This one's at a 60.3% win rate, and it's just, listen, some of the StarCraft cards that you're used to, there's Food Fight thrown in there, Heavy Plate, Lift Off, Succumb to Madness, Discover a Friendly Dragon that died this game. There is no legendaries in this. Wow, that's good. No legendaries. I don't think this one's going to last at all. I'm looking at this, and I'm not seeing any major things. So this Briarstrawn Drake, at the end of your turn, attack a random enemy minion. Excess damage hits the enemy hero. So maybe there's something there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, I would not sit there and go crazy with any of these decks. These decks will get you a few games here or there. Overall win rate being 60%. Right now it's not very good with Death Knight. It's very good against Demon Hunter. So if you are seeing a lot of Demon Hunter, go nuts there. And then the rest of them are a mixture. I'm seeing very good with Druid, not so good with Hunter. So it just depends on what you're seeing, what you should be playing. But this is a good option for 3,000 dust. Most likely, if you've been playing for a little bit, you have some of these cards, if not all of them. Then the last up, we're going to talk about Imbue Druid. 54.6% win rate with 3,300 dust. This will cost you. Imbue Druid was fun. One of the decks that I played in Theorycraft. I haven't played this one specifically. I've been super busy right now, but I love the hero power of just making those crazy golems, or whatever you call them. Listen, the big trees that hit you in the face that are 13/13s and 14/14s and 15/15s. This one has Hamul Rune Totem. I think I had to craft this one, or I bought this one. I don't remember what it was, but this was one of the only ones I was missing from the expansion. For each spell in your deck, if it's nature, imbue your hero power, repeat every 2 spells you cast. Fun stuff here. The spells are super cheap. You're going to get some saplings or what have you. Symbiosis, discover, choose 1 card from another class. You'll just go ahead and make these hero power tokens huge. And that's essentially what you're doing. This one's wonky on the win rates, but I don't know what this is. I think it's just not enough data right now. But yeah, this one was hitting at 62.41% on the 24th. So I do think Imbue Druid will stick around. I think all of these decks need a lot of refinement, so don't go crazy. The good news, like I said, these are cheap. These are not going to cost you a lot of dust. And then to look at just all of the cards that launched from the set, I just want to see exactly what's being played right now. What's in the percentage of decks? Nightmare Lord Xavius, perfect, makes sense. 100% agree with this one. It makes complete sense. If you bought the Tavern Pass, I think you get this at level 40, I think. I wish I would have known that before I crafted it. Blitter Bloom Knight, perfect. Imbue your hero power, a 2-mana 2/3. I thought this one was going to be strong. This one here, Flutterwing Guardian, Imbue your hero power. This one's great. Could fit in multiples. It's neutral. Malorn. Malorn was very smart. It's a very good card. If you're imbuing, you would want to put this in your deck. Ravenous Fell Hunter. Hideous Hawk. Yep, makes sense there. Infested Breath. It makes perfect sense. What are one of the percentage of decks that are super, super low? Let's see which one. So, oh, the Demon Hunter Legendary's not in a lot. Nithendra's not in a lot. There's a lot of these that are not a lot. Listen, it's early. It's still new. We still have to refine stuff. Will there be busted things? Absolutely. Some people think that there should be nerfs right now. I disagree 100%. You know, it's very hard for you to spend, you know, any time in a game for 4 days and say, hey, this is it. Like, people are saying that they hate this class or they hate this deck and this is broken and this is broken. I don't think there's anything broken yet. But time will tell. They're going to, you know, look at this carefully and see what's up. Nothing shocks me and nothing is like, oh my God, I can't believe this is going on. So we're in good shape. And nothing is literally saying, hey, this game is unplayable. At least to me, I'm only, you know, bronze through gold or what have you. I'm not going crazy. I'm not going for competitive nature of this. I'm just looking to have fun, play some card games, you know. But for others, there's probably some out there that are doing the competitive thing and being like, I hate this meta, but that's how it is. You know, you get 10 people in a room, 10 people in a room, 3 people love it, 3 people hate it, 3 people are, you know, wishy-washy about it, and one guy's like, what are we doing? I'm not even playing that game. I don't know what you're talking about. So that's it. I've rambled on long enough. Thank you guys for checking out the channel. Please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you in the next video.